Hello, welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Bill and Priscilla Park. We are Carefree World Travelers. Today we're going to show you and discuss visa service, how the best way to get visas, basically how we do it. And we'll tell you some good news and some bad news. You got the good news is the process is pretty easy for Mexico. The bad news is
that if you don't really know what you're doing and you don't apply for the right visa when you travel around the world, it could cost you time and money. And we did this when we traveled to Bali last year from Vietnam. We didn't check how long the visa was valid for. We just got a visa, just went there. And we didn't know how long we were going to stay. So we landed up staying 2 weeks longer, which entailed hiring service, who drove us down an hour and a half to Denpasar. We spent the whole day getting our extended visa for 2 weeks. Wasted time and wasted money. So it is important. Countries are very fussy about how long you stay, what kind of visa you have. So for Mexico, last time when we were there for 6 months. We didn't really need a visa. But if you're there for longer, which we plan to be this time, it's important that you follow the procedures. So Bill did an awful lot of research online, didn't you?
yes, we did. Yeah.
You did.
Well, also, we were in San Carlos last time, and it was pretty easy. We just drove across the U.S. border from Tucson right down to San Carlos. We were 6 hours away. This trip is going to be 2,000 miles from Daytona Beach to Ajijic, and we'll tell you a little bit about that in a minute. So, visa service. Okay, so first of all, I went online and checked with the visa service online for Mexico, and basically it was pretty cut and dried, easy to do. But I thought I would just try to maybe check with a local, see if we have a local service here, which we do, a consulate here in Orlando. So send them an email. Didn't even call them. Just send them an email and said, what documents do we need? And how do we go about this? And they said, well, here's what you need. And so I'm going to read it off to you, kind of give you an idea of what we found out. And then also, they set up an appointment for us. And we're going Wednesday in a couple of days. We got all of our paperwork ready, and we're going to sit down in front of them and go through the whole process, right?
Right.
So the first thing that they really ask us to do is that if you are not on Social Security, you need 12 months of bank statements. They want to know that you have at least $26,000 a month, believe it or not, in your minimum balance. $26,000 a month minimum balance. Well, we qualify for the Social Security pension, so what they asked for was the official document here on what you get from the U.S. government Social Security office per year. Every single year at the end of the year you get a documentation, and it shows what your income is going to be per month for the rest of the year. They also did ask to show that these deposits were made in the last 6 months. So we've got 6 months of statements from the bank to show the direct deposits into our account for 6 months. I actually did 7 months because I also included the year-end statement too. So that was the next thing on the list of things to do. Of course, valid passports. You need to have enough pages in your passport book so that they can put visas in. They're only one visa, but you should have a few extra pages just in case. So I would also recommend that you check that over. Also, you need 6 months from the time that you arrive in Mexico, validity for your passport. So be sure that your passport will be available for at least 6 months. Passport pictures also. So we've done 2 passport pictures. You can go down to Costco or anybody and get those done. They're just passport size. $36 per person is the visa cost. One of our cheapest that we've ever had traveling, whether it's in Thailand or anywhere in Asia.
It's good value.
Very good value. Bali was a lot more expensive than that. And a marriage certificate. So we've got the marriage certificate here, and I've got an original of the marriage certificate just in case they ask for the original and copy didn't work. And we've learned this in our travels. I also carry with us at all times a copy of our passport and a signed version of it. Because sometimes when you go to a visa, when you hit a visa stop in the airports, sometimes they want a picture, so you can't very well get a copy made just standing there right in the middle of the people. So yeah, we decided that we always carry that with us too. And then of course the application. The application, they ask again that you have it on, it's two-sided. So not 2 pages, but two-sided. So I saw that online. So we're going to be filling out these forms that we actually downloaded online in Spanish, and we're going to fill those out, and we're going to have two-sided. Now, the embassy, the consulate in Orlando actually gave us an English version, so it helps because
We don't speak Spanish.
Right. So, we're going to do better about when we come back. But, right now, that was it. Anything else that you want to add?
No, just that pre-planning is really important. Bill and I travel on our own without the use of tour companies or anything. So it does entail research, and it takes a little time. But it's a lot of fun, very interesting. And what we're going to be doing in future videos is cover our trip, our planning, and the actual driving from Daytona to Ajijic, the 2,000 miles.
2,000 miles from here.
And, welcome you to come along and experience the things with us. So be sure and...
Where are we going?
Ajijic, you mentioned that,
okay,
yes.
good.
Ajijic, which is on the shores of Lake Chapala, the largest lake in Mexico. I think an altitude of about 5,000 feet. So the weather's going to be nice, cooler than we've experienced in some parts of Mexico. And very close to Guadalajara, which has very good facilities as far as medicine and that kind of thing is concerned. We're excited. We're going to go check it out. If we like it, we'll stay longer. If we don't, we'll go on someplace else.
We're going to do videos also on our YouTube channel on our travels along as we're going along our trip, and also tell you a little bit about how we find accommodations on our travels. Airbnb, Booking.com, so forth and so on. A lot of people ask that. They say, well, gee whiz, how do you know what to do? How do you know where to go? So we're going to explain to you step by step the whole process. So we're going to have a lot of information on the bottom of our YouTube channel here, below the video, that will give you some links to find visa services and just a myriad of things, right, that will help you in your planning. So we hope this is going to be good for you, and we look forward to doing our next video and for you to see it. Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We appreciate that. Thank you.